Picture this. Two friends, same age, same job, same salary, same city. One day, both of them take out a loan. Same amount, same interest rate, same bank. 5 years later, one of them is completely buried in debt, stressed every single month, barely surviving. The other one, he just bought his second property. His net worth went up. Same loan, same interest rate, same starting point. Completely opposite result. And when you find out why, it will completely change how you think about money forever. Because the difference was not luck, it was not connections, it was not even income, it was one number. A single number that most people never learn in their entire life. And once you understand it, debt stops feeling like a trap and starts feeling like a tool. This is CapitalOra, and today we're going to break down exactly how wealthy people think about debt and the one number that separates people who use it to build wealth from people who get completely destroyed by it. Okay, first, forget everything you have been told about debt for a second. Most people think debt is the enemy, and honestly, that is completely understandable because for most people, debt is painful. Credit card bills, car loans, monthly payments that eat half your paycheck every single month. But here is what most people do not realize. Debt itself is not the problem. The problem is how most people use it. Think about it this way. A knife is just a tool. In a chef's hands, it creates something beautiful. In the wrong hands, it causes damage. Same knife, completely different outcome. Debt is exactly the same. And the people who get rich using debt, they understand one thing that everyone else completely misses. At its core, a loan is just rented money. You borrow a sum. You pay a fee for the time you hold it. You give it back. That fee is your interest rate. That is the rent. So the only question that actually matters is this. When you take that rented money and put it to work, does it earn more than the rent costs? If yes, you keep the difference. That difference, that gap between what your money earns and what your loan costs, that is the number. It has a name. It is called the spread. And the spread is the entire game. Let me make this crystal clear with a simple example. Imagine you borrow $10,000 at 6% interest per year. That means your rent, your cost, is $600 per year. Now imagine you take that same $10,000 and put it into an investment that returns 10% per year. That is $1,000 earned. $1,000 earned, $600 paid as rent. You kept $400 on money that was never yours to begin with. That is the spread working in your favor. Positive spread, wealth building. Now flip it. You borrow $10,000 at 20% interest, like a typical credit card. That is $2,000 per year in rent, but you do not invest it. You spend it on things that return nothing. Zero earned, $2,000 paid as rent. You are losing $2,000 every single year. Negative spread, wealth destroying. Same concept, completely different direction. And here's the truth most people never hear. The wealthy do not avoid debt, they obsess over the spread. Every time they borrow, the first question they ask is not, how do I pay this back fast? The first question is, what is the spread? Now, let me show you exactly how this works in 3 real situations, from the most basic to the ones that make billionaires richer every single year. Example 1, the credit card flip. This one you can actually do today. Right now, many credit cards offer 0% interest for 15 to 21 months on balance transfers. There's usually a one-time fee of around 3 to 5%. So let us say you are carrying $5,000 on a credit card charging you 24% interest. That is $1,200 per year just in interest, just for existing. You transfer that balance to a 0% card. You pay a one-time 3% fee, which is $150. Instead of paying $1,200 per year, you paid $150 total. Run the spread. You just turned a negative 24% situation into a near zero cost situation. That is not a small win. That is a guaranteed return that almost no investment can match. Same debt, one decision, completely different spread. Example 2. Real estate. This is where the spread gets powerful. Say you find a property for $300,000. You put 20% down, that is $60,000 of your own money. You borrow the remaining $240,000 at 7% interest. You rent it out. The rent covers your mortgage payment and gives you $400 extra every single month. Now here is the math most people completely miss. Your $60,000 investment is earning that $400 monthly cash flow, plus the property is appreciating in value over time, plus your tenants are slowly paying down your loan every single month. You were earning returns on $300,000 worth of asset, but you only personally put in $60,000. That multiplier, controlling more money than you personally put in, is called leverage, and leverage multiplies the spread. Positive spread plus leverage equals serious wealth building. But, and this is very important, leverage works both ways. If your property sits empty for 3 months and the mortgage still needs paying, that same leverage works against you. This is exactly why the spread has to be genuinely positive before you use leverage. Not optimistically positive, actually positive. Example 3. The Billionaire strategy. This one you probably cannot use today, but you need to understand it because it is the exact same math, just with much bigger numbers. Wealthy people buy assets, stocks, businesses, properties. These assets grow in value over time, but they never sell them because the moment you sell, you pay capital gains tax, sometimes as high as 20 to 25%. So instead of selling, they borrow against those assets. Banks will lend you money using your investment portfolio as collateral at rates around 5 to 6%. Their assets are growing at 7 to 10% per year. They are borrowing at 5 to 6%. Positive spread, no tax bill, and they get cash to live on. Then, here's the cold part. When they pass away, their heirs inherit the assets at the new market value. The lifetime of gains that were never taxed simply disappear. Completely legal, built right into the system. Buy, borrow, never pay tax, die, clean slate. Same arithmetic as the credit card flip, just a completely different scale. Now, I have to be honest with you, because this is not a hype channel. Leverage multiplies in both directions. If your spread is positive, leverage builds wealth fast. If your spread is negative, leverage destroys wealth just as fast. There is a version of borrowed money called short selling, where you borrow a stock, sell it immediately, and bet the price drops. If it drops, you profit. But if the price goes up, your losses have absolutely no ceiling, no limit whatsoever. The stock can keep climbing and you keep losing. That is the version of debt that completely blows people up. The rule is simple. Never borrow to speculate. Only borrow when the spread is real, measurable, and already working, not when you are simply hoping it will work. Hope is not a spread. So let me give you the simple framework to carry out of this video. Every single time you think about borrowing money, ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1. What does this money cost me? That is your interest rate, your rent. Know this number exactly. Question 2. What will this money earn? Not what you hope. What is the realistic, measurable return? Be completely honest here. Question 3. What is the spread? Earnings minus cost. If it is positive, the math is working for you. If it is 0 or negative, you are working for the math. 3 questions, 1 number. That is the entire framework. And here's one more thing about your cost, your interest rate. Most people simply accept whatever rate they're given. Wealthy people negotiate it down because every percentage point you reduce on the cost side goes straight into your spread. Your credit score is the single biggest lever on what your money costs. A strong credit score gets you cheaper money. Cheaper money means a wider spread. A wider spread means faster wealth building. The rich do not have access to some secret bank. They have access to cheaper money because they made themselves less risky to lend to. And that, unlike picking the right stock, is almost entirely in your control. Here's the truth that most people never figure out. Poor people pay debt off as fast as possible and never touch it again. Rich people ask, what is the spread and how many dollars can I control with it? Same loans exist for both of them. Same banks, same system. One number, one question, completely different outcome. So here's what I want you to do this week. Just one thing. Pull up every debt you currently have. Credit card, car loan, anything. Write down the interest rate next to each one. That is your cost. That is what your money is renting for. Then ask yourself honestly, is anything in my life earning more than that rate? If the answer is no, you are on the wrong side of the spread. And fixing that can start today. Because debt was never the enemy. Using it without understanding the spread, that is the real problem. If this video changed how you look at debt, hit subscribe. We break down money concepts like this every single week in a way that actually makes sense. And comment below just one word, spread, if you now understand the one number that changes everything. Because knowing this number puts you ahead of most people already. The question is, what will you do with it?